this thing started.
Yeah.
What's up, folks?
So where are we right now?
So right now, we're in Prime Tools. This is our hardware and power tool store. We opened up to, give back to the community, give back to, a lot of people that want to have, killer deals on all the products we have, get a good footprint in the retail space. It all helps with the online as well. So that's where we are, Prime Tools.
Why did you open up a store?
So we opened this up to give back to the community, provide a service for a lot of folks around here. As a fellow tradesman myself, I was always buying tools like at retail price and kind of stupidly buying them. In my time, I didn't really know about buying tools on Amazon. When you go to the store, like, you want to buy it like that second. So even like selling tools or buying tools on Amazon isn't always the best because a lot of the stuff doesn't really have prime shipping. Yeah, so we opened this place up to help the Amazon side of business, provide power tools, accessories, everything like that for local tradesmen. There's a lot of different paths that this store can like help throughout life. Not just Amazon. It can be like you can meet builders, and if you're ever trying to do some real estate, like everybody comes through the door every day, every trade possible. So yeah.
Can you name some ways you're hoping to give back to the community?
Even just this retail store we opened up in February, we had what's called the Skills USA team, commercial roofing team. They like one of the team's like coach reached out to us, and they were like asking if we could sponsor like a third, second, or first place prize. So we ended up donating like $300 worth of tools to the Skills USA team. There wasn't a lot of publicity around it, but it was still something that like we wanted to do, and we were very happy to do. And there's going to be things coming up as well, some other foundations that we're looking to give back.
When did you start selling on Amazon?
So Amazon started like 3 years ago, like seriously 3 years ago. Prior to that, I've always been in like the e-com space, mainly like eBay. I always like flip stuff on eBay, from garage sales to thrift stores. I did that probably for like 7 years almost. And then the Amazon thing was, I honestly saw some ads on my Instagram and just went down the rabbit hole and kind of took it by the horns and really gave it like a large amount of effort.
At what point selling on Amazon did you think about quitting your job?
Honestly, the first year of selling on Amazon, the first 6 months. So I started in August of 2022. Definitely a lot of stories of like 2020 and 2021 stuff with COVID, but 2022, COVID kind of like died out. I started without like any crazy like bolos, which were like be on the lookout for. There wasn't much of that, but I did like go hard with it and opened up my Amazon account. I opened up a couple business credit cards. The American Express Plum card is like a godsend because it has a 60-day statement where like you don't need to pay the balance off for over 60 days. And if you time things up right, you can kind of get away with like 80 days. So pretty much that first year, I kind of went into it with the mentality like I need to replace my construction income because that job was tearing me down, my body. So it was like the end of Q4 of 2022 is when I really started making like over 10K profit. And I was like, all right, I think I should keep doing this and try even harder. And not having a 95 helped me do it even more. So yeah, that first 6 months, really, I kind of had the mindset that I needed to replace that income and I wasn't going to take no for an answer.
What are some other opportunities that selling on Amazon has provided you?
For one, where we are right now, this lovely retail store I'm sorry, it's wicked hot in here right now, so I'm probably sweating, but great store. Might need to get this AC checked out. So the retail store is one. Two, I've been able to kind of earn a lot of money, like to put it bluntly, and not trying to like show off or anything, but Amazon like has the potential to make you like a lot of money, like multiple 6 figures per year, or even 7 figures per year if like you really get after it. It's provided me new places to live, new destinations to travel to, new vehicles, new things. A lot of like material things, yeah, but you do have all the experiences as well, like just going to trade shows and you're spending a couple of days in this city or that city, places you've never been to before, flying first class. stuff like you've never done before and you never really thought you'd do, or at least you've always dreamed of doing it but never actually had like a way of doing it. So like those are some things. Yeah, we'll go on from there.
How did you go from 10K sales a month to 100K?
So 10K to 100K probably took me roughly 3 or 4 months, maybe 5 months from starting. Starting in August is definitely like a prime time to start selling on Amazon, because you got your back to school season is like in full fledged mode right there. So a lot of your back to school items, your backpacks, your materials, clothing, tons of stuff like that is just flying off the shelves. And from now until then, like, you're gonna have tons of sales to build in margin on that arbitrage. Going from 10K to 100K, it's really just a matter of capital. Like, if you have $50,000 of capital to spend, whether it's credit or cash, 50K should get you 100K in sales.
What are your goals with Amazon in the next year?
I think right now we're slowly building to be consistently over $250,000 a month. Ideally, I'd like to get to $500,000 a month and just kind of sustain that for a while, build up a lot of cash reserves, and just keep playing the credit game, because it's never a bad thing to have like large lines of credit readily available, whether it's for Amazon or any other business. Like, if you can have access to hundreds of thousands of dollars like that, I feel like that's a good thing, as long as you're obviously smart with it and it's making you money. So yeah, next year I'd like to be at 500K consistently.
And where do you see Amazon in 5 years?
It's definitely like hard to forecast that far out, because the e-com space is like so rapidly changing. Amazon's not going to go away anytime soon. If anything, it's just going to keep growing. I see myself continuing to do what we're doing and growing and getting into more of the private label stuff. You'll see on some other videos that we just got injection molding machines and CNC machines in the warehouse. So that's exciting stuff that we're going to try a lot of cool things out with.
How many ASINs do you need to get to 100K sales?
It honestly, like, you could have like one ASIN, as crazy as it is, you could have one ASIN and get $100,000 in sales a month. It's definitely possible. I've come very close to that with a single ASIN. But if you have if you have more than 20 like good selling products that are all decently priced, I think you could get to 100K sales with 20 ASINs. But you can also have 200 ASINs and do 30K in sales. So it all depends on the average selling price. But you could have 20, or you could have 100, or you could have more.
How do you buy hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of inventory?
So kind of like what I was talking about earlier, having a lot of access to credit capital. The credit cards that I have are the Plum card. That's like the number one that like you want to utilize, because it just has that huge window of payback period. So that's one. Chase has many cashback cards that are 2%, 1.5%, 1%, and you can like stack those on top of each other as well. So if you get one that has a 20K limit, and then you have a 0% APR for 12 months with that card, and then at the end of 12 months you open up another card that has a 30K limit, you can combine those to make it a 50K limit on the new card and roll that 0% interest for another 12 months, and then you could keep doing that over and over and over again, and you could potentially have a couple $100,000 of credit at 0% APR or 0% interest for like 12 months. And that's pretty powerful. It's free money at that point, as long as you're making money with it. So Chase is another one. Capital One, they have the Spark cards, so 2% cash back on everything. Another great card to get. Yeah, those are like the main three I would go for.
How many points have you earned in a year?
I think the most points I had last year, I think collectively cashback points and everything last year probably made like, I don't even know, probably like almost $30,000. So it's not like nothing. Like, that's a good amount of money, and I'll do probably $40,000 this year, somewhere around that.
What's your favorite thing about Amazon?
I think my favorite thing about Amazon was it just opened my eyes to what's possible as far as like making money and doing business. Like, if you can run an Amazon store, you can kind of do a lot of things. Because with Amazon, like, you can't do everything. You can do everything yourself, but if you want to delegate your time, and like, basically why we do all this stuff is to buy back time, to have more time to do other things in life versus work. So with Amazon, you can kind of delegate so many tasks with a prep center, so you don't have to touch your inventory. With VAs, so you can have VAs do all of the logistics for the prep center, one, for all like reimbursements, for any sort of any account health issues, accounting. Like there's so many tasks you can outsource, and it's like not a big deal. Amazon really opened my eyes to that. It also opened my eyes, like you can make like 10 grand a day, and like there's people out there that make 200 grand a day, so there's that too. But yeah, Amazon's great.
Lastly, what is the best advice you'd give somebody who is considering pursuing Amazon?
I think, like anything, understand there's going to be ups and downs. Not everything's going to go the best like possible. Not everything's going to be a win. You're going to have some products that you buy and send into Amazon, and they're just going to like suck. So definitely understand, like, it's not always going to be like sunshine and rainbows. But what I've been talking about, having hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, I know like that money's coming back to me every single month, and all those debts are getting paid off every single month. There's not credit card balances getting unpaid, no late payments, nothing like that. So like, just understand, like, there's always risk and everything, and if it's worth the reward, you should probably pursue it. Peace.